Baji Prabhu and the memorable Battle of Gokin. Shivaji conquers Panhala. Adil Shah gets angry. While Bijapur was still mourning the death of Afzal Khan and the complete rout of his army
Students, the videos are
and destroy the enemy, the second batch of the enemy troops was also defeated. Shivaji was by now almost at the foot of Vishalgarh. Vishalgarh was also besieged by the enemy. Shivaji fought against them and reached safely. Baji the Brave. In the meanwhile, the battle at the pass continued unabated. Enraged at the defeat of his first two attacks, Siddhi Mausud organized and dispatched a third batch of troops against Baji Prabhu and his brave men. Baji Prabhu fought with great courage as he was surrounded by the enemies who wounded and attacked from all sides with his body covered with blood. Baji would not withdraw from the pass but continued the fight. At the same time, he urged his Mawlas to attack the enemy. Disheartened by the fearful attack, the enemy again withdrew. But Baji was fatally wounded. He was hanging on to life just to hear the sound of gunfire from Vishalgarh. Gokin becomes Pavankin. At the sound of gunfire from Vishalgarh, Maharaj has reached Vishalgarh. I have done my duty. Now I can die in peace. Saying this, Baji breathed last on this historic battlefield. When Shivaji heard this news, he was greatly grieved, means he was very sad. He exclaimed, Baji Prabhu Deshpande laid down his life on the battlefield in the cause of Swaraj. The Bandals gave a great battle. It was because of brave patriots like Baji Prabhu that Swaraj was won. Their blood made the Gokin a place holy in Swaraj. Gokin became immortal in history as Pavankin. We pay our repeated homage to the brave Baji Prabhu and his brave men. I hope so you have understood this lesson and enjoyed what.
okay, students. Now let's move towards the new lesson number 11, the discomfiture of Shasta Khan. Now first we will see about Shasta Khan's campaign. Okay, we will see about how Shasta Khan started his campaign. Shasta Khan's campaign, in spite of repeated efforts in which he left no stone unturned, Adil Shah of Bijapur could not force Shivaji to surrender. Every Sardar of Bijapur who was sent against Shivaji was defeated. Adil Shah at last gave up the fight, made peace with Shivaji, and gave recognition to his independent kingdom. Shivaji thus had peace for some time on his southern border. Now this Shaista Khan, what he did, okay, when lots of efforts took place, even after putting war on it, war was taking place, then too what happened, nothing was going right. So this Adil Shah, who was the king of Bijapur, At last what he did, he said that I am giving up now. It is not in my hand to fight with Shivaji Maharaj, because so many times we took battle, okay, and we didn't win anything. So unless and until nothing is happening, it is better to stop this everything, and we should put a hand in hand together, okay. So what this para is saying, in spite of repeated efforts in which he left no stone unturned, Adil Shah of Bijapur could not force Shivaji to surrender. Now this Adil Shah of Bijapur, he wanted Shivaji Maharaj to surrender. Okay, he wanted to take battle with Shivaji Maharaj. But even making so many efforts, even doing so many of things, Shivaji Maharaj was not coming under his surrender. So what he did, he said that there is no use of doing anything. Now it is better that I will leave here only. Every Sardar of Bijapur who was sent against Shivaji was defeated. Now everyone who was going from Adil Shah's court to defeat Shivaji Maharaj, it was not very easily possible to surrender, to get surrender of Shivaji Maharaj. So whoever the Sardar of Bijapur was going to meet Shivaji Maharaj was not able to surrender Shivaji Maharaj. Adil Shah at last gave up the fight, made peace with Shivaji, and gave recognition to his independent kingdom. Now this Adil Shah of Bijapur, he was a cruel king, okay, and he wanted Shivaji to come under his court so that he will kill Shivaji Maharaj. But even making so many of efforts, okay, even trying so many things, he was not able to capture Shivaji Maharaj. He was not able to get the hold of Shivaji Maharaj. So at last what Adil Shah did, he gave up, okay, and he said that it is better to have a peaceful life with Shivaji Maharaj, and he gave his recognition, means उसने क्या किया, अपना recognition दे दिया, उसने अपना kingdom छोड़ दिया, okay, whatever the independent life he was having, whatever the independent kingdom this Adil Shah was having, he left everything, he and to stay in peace with Shivaji Maharaj, he gave up at the last. So he did not want to fight, and he wanted his life to be in peaceful condition, in peaceful manner. So he gave up at the last, and then he said that I am leaving my independent kingdom so that I will be in peace with Shivaji Maharaj. Now when Shivaji Maharaj came to know that Adil Shah is doing all these things, he wanted to stay in peace. Shivaji Maharaj felt good for some time, and then he said that if he is doing, when Adil Shah is doing from his own side, and he wanted to put a hand in hand, so it is better to stop everything, and then it is better to live a peaceful life of some period of time. When Shivaji Maharaj was on the southern border, Shivaji Maharaj felt the sigh of relief for few hours, okay, for few minutes, for few period of time. Shivaji Maharaj was having a sigh of relief. In the meanwhile, constant Mughal attacks from the north and practically ruined Maharashtra. Now, when everything was getting in a peaceful condition, okay, when Adil Shah was also uh, took up, okay, he took a standby with Shivaji Maharaj. Meanwhile, when Shivaji Maharaj was deciding to have a peaceful life for few period, what happened, the Mughals started to make an attack in the northern part of the Maharashtra. Yes, in the northern part of the Maharashtra, the Mughals started to make an attack, and they practically started to ruin the life of the Maharashtra. Okay, the people who were already, they were ruining the life of the Pune. Okay, the people who were staying in the Pune, they have already destroyed the place. But slowly these Mughals also, they came, and they also started to attack the people of the Maharashtra, and especially the people who were staying towards the northern side. The Mughals started to attack the life of that people, okay. They started to ruin the life of the Maharashtra. People who were staying in Maharashtra, they started to destroy the life of the people. Shivaji therefore turned his attention northwards and carried out raids in the territory of Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb. Now Shivaji Maharaj, when he came to know that all this condition is taking place, and the people of the Maharashtra is getting uh, in a difficult phase, they are coming in a difficult phase. So Shivaji Maharaj, he was staying where he was in southern side, okay. So he immediately turned up, means उन्होंने फटाफट अपना डिसीजन चेंज किया, वो सदन से नदन साइड में चले गए, okay. He turned his attention towards the northern side immediately, and carried all his raid, okay, with his people. He moved towards the northern side to save the life of the people who was being affected by this Aurangzeb and his Mughal attacks. This enraged Aurangzeb and he sent Shaista Khan, his uncle, to deal with Shivaji and teach him a lesson. Now Aurangzeb, he was also the king, okay? He was also the king. He was one of the Mughal emperor. Now what did this Aurangzeb did? He has sent his uncle, okay? He has sent his uncle Shaista Khan to deal with Shivaji Maharaj, to talk with Shivaji Maharaj and to teach him a lesson. This Aurangzeb has sent Shaista Khan. Shaista Khan was a huge army of 75,000 men and hundreds of elephants, camel and pieces of cannon marched to Pune. Now this Shaista Khan, he did not march alone. Okay, he did not went alone. Along with him, he took the troop of huge army which was in 75,000, which was having 75 thousands of men. Okay, he was having hundreds of animals, like he was having hundreds of elephants, camels and also the pieces of cannon. Cannon means it is like a bullet. Okay, he marched along with all the weapons, all the animals and all the troops of his army to meet Shivaji Maharaj and to teach lesson to Shivaji Maharaj. But Shivaji Maharaj was very clever. Okay, he had many ideas in his mind and he never came in anyone's hand. On the way, he captured the towns of Shivapur, Saswat, and finally laid siege to the fort of Purandar. Now, when he was moving, okay, when he was moving towards Shivaji Maharaj, he also captured these places. Okay, he also destroyed the life of the people who were staying in Shirwal, Shivapur, Saswat, and finally he moved towards the fort of Purandar. Okay, after destroying everything, after destroying this place, after destroying the life of these people who were staying in these small small places, he moved his siege. His siege means वो अपना पूरा ट्रूप लेके, आर्मी का ट्रूप लेके पुरंदर फोर्ट के तरफ मूव करना स्टार्ट हो गए. Nothing could stop his advance once the Maratha army surrounded him in a mountain pass. The Maratha troops moved very fast on their swift Bhimtadi ponies. They also traveled very light. Now these Maratha Sardars, okay, the Maratha Sardars was from the troop of Shivaji Maharaj. They were also not less than the armies of the Shaista Khan. Although they were not having the huge army, but the people who was there to support Shivaji Maharaj, they were till the end of Shivaji Maharaj. Okay, so what they do, they also did not stop anywhere. Okay, because they was knowing that this Shaista Khan is going to make a war with Shivaji Maharaj. He is going to destroy our life. So they were also ready to face the war with Shaista Khan, and this could not stop them anything. So they were surrounded in the mountain pass. Okay, when this Shaista Khan was approaching them towards the fort of Purandar, the Maratha armies, they had surrounded him to the mountain pass, and the Maratha moved very fast with their swift भीमताड़ी ponies. Ponies means छोटे छोटे horses रहते हैं ना. You must have seen when we go to माथेरान, महाबलेश्वर, वहाँ पे छोटे छोटे horses रहते हैं. वो छोटे छोटे horses, they are known as ponies. So they run very fast. So they were not having any animals with them. Okay, like the Shaista Khan was having the elephants, the camels. They were not having such animals. So with the small small ponies only, they used to move here and there, and they used to run very fast. So they reached there with their ponies on the pass of the mountain. They could traverse the hill and valleys in the shortest possible time on army rations consisting of onions and bajra bread. Now they had to travel there, okay, and they had to take a campaign. Okay, there was a campaign which was going to take place there. So what they along with them, it was a long period of time. The battle was going to take a long period of time to finish it off. So they also carried some rations, means they also started to carry some food grain along with them, so that they won't take place, and the starvation for the people won't take place. So what did they carried along with them? They also carried onion and bajra roti along with them. This type of warfare perfected by the Marathas was unknown to Shaista Khan. Tired of the continuous harassment by the Maratha troops, he at last he raised the sire to Purandar. Now he was very tired. Okay, Shaista Khan, he was not aware of the Maratha troops which was going to come and attack them. Okay, he was not at all aware of all this thing. So slowly what happened, when he was raising his troops towards the Purandar fort, the people of the Maratha Sardars, the Maratha people, the Maratha troop, they surrounded him, and he was very much, it was a headache for the Shast Khan. Okay, he was very much what we say, हम लोग बोलते हैं ना कंटाल आ जाता है एक चीज़ से. So like that only he, it was a headache for Shast Khan. It was like an harassment for Shast Khan. So at last what he did, he said that instead of reaching there, we will lay a sigh of relief in this Purandar only, and we will stay here only, because there is lot of people who are coming from the Maratha sides, and they are continuously attacking us, and by the time we reach the Purandar fort, they will kill us, they will kill the troop of our people. So it is better that we will stay here only. Now coming to the Firangi Narsala. Okay, Firangi Narsala. Firangi Narsala. Shasta Khan then continued his march on the Pune. First he captured the fort of Chakan. Now he wanted to meet Shivaji Maharaj. Okay, he wanted to meet Shivaji Maharaj, as Aurangzeb told Shasta Khan that you have to teach him a lesson. Okay, and then Shasta Khan, along with so many people, he marched towards Shivaji Maharaj. Before marching towards Shivaji Maharaj, he first reached and captured the fort of Chakan. Firangi Narsara fought to defend the fort with great bravery and skill against the army of Shaista Khan. Now this Firangi Narsara was the people who was from the troop of Maratha Sardars, okay, who was from the troop of Maratha Sardars. They fought with the people, they fought with the army of Shaista Khan when they reached the fort of Chakan, and this Shaista Khan wanted to capture the fort of Chakan, but it was not possible for him to do so easily, because everything, every entire property was of Shivaji Maharaj, and it was not very easily captured by Shaista Khan. So when he reached the fort of Chakan, the people they came and they fought with Shaista Khan's army, and they fought so bravely. Okay, they fought so bravely, they showed so many skills, and with the help of everything, with the proper idea, they had fought with the army of Shaista Khan. For 2 months he kept Shaista Khan at bay, but it was helpless against the guns of Shaista Khan. Now 2 months have passed. Okay, 2 months have passed. Shaista Khan was eagerly waiting to meet Shivaji Maharaj, and Shivaji Maharaj was not ready to meet him, because Shivaji Maharaj was knowing that if I meet him, definitely he will kill me. Okay, he was not afraid, although he was not afraid, but he wanted Shaista Khan to keep waiting. Okay, so Shaista Khan was kept at bay. Kept at bay means उसको रुका के रखा था. हम लोग बोलते हैं ना इंतज़ार पे इंतज़ार करने को रखते हैं. लाइक दैट ओनली ही केप्ट शाइस्ता खान एट अ बे. Shaista Khan was much impressed with the Firangi, defended the fort and offered him service with Mughal emperor. Now Shaista Khan saw all this. These Firangi people, they are coming and they are defeating my armies. Okay, they are killing my people. He was so much impressed, and he thought in his mind, if I tell these people to make a hand in hand with me, it will be very useful for me to capture Shivaji Maharaj. ओके, सो हम लोग बोलते हैं ना लालच दिखाते हैं किसी बात के लिए. लाइक दैट ओनली दिस शाइस्ता खान also gave some he saw these people, they are fighting bravely. Okay, and he was very impressed with this Firangi Narsaras, and at the end of the time he wanted to defeat from his own side and put a hand in hand with this Mughal emperor. Firangi however refused his tempting offer, but these people, what did they do? They were very loyal to Shivaji Maharaj. Okay, and these people, they said that we are not interested in making your hand in hands. Okay, so we are better at our place and you are better at your place. Now a bold plan. Okay, now a bold plan took place. At last Shivaji decided to teach Shaista Khan a lesson. Now it was almost 2 months ago. बहुत time हो गया था. 2 months almost हो गया था, and Shaista Khan was eagerly waiting to meet this Shivaji Maharaj. So at last Shivaji Maharaj, what did he say? I should teach Shaista Khan a lesson now. In the way, it was good that Shaista Khan was staying in Lal Mahal. Okay, where was Shaista Khan staying during that time? He was staying in Lal Mahal. Shivaji knew the place inside out. with all this entrance and exit, its secret passage doors and windows. Now Shivaji was very well known to these places of Lal Mahal. He know where the entrance is there, okay, from where the safest place is there to enter. He know where the entrance is there to go and to exist, okay, the secret passages, the doors, the windows, how they open, how they close, how we can go inside, everything was known to Shivaji Maharaj. Besides, Shivaji's spies were keeping him well informed about the disposition of Khan's troops. Now, there were the spies of Shivaji Maharaj. Spies means जासूस. शिवाजी महाराज ने अपने अपने जासूस हर जगह पे लगा के रखे थे to see what exactly the plan is being made by Shaista Khan when he was staying at the Lal Mahal. And they used to come and inform Shivaji Maharaj everything about the Khan's plan. Shivaji therefore decided to enter Lal Mahal one night and kill Shaista Khan. This was indeed a very bold plan. Now, when the spies they used to come and tell everything to Shivaji Maharaj, okay, they used to tell that Shaista Khan is making like this plans against you. He is making troops for killing our entire troops. So all these things were reported to Shivaji Maharaj, and when Shivaji Maharaj came to know, he decided to enter one particular night at Lal Mahal and kill Shaista Khan. Lal Mahal was also guarded that even Lal Mahal was so well guarded that even ant would find it difficult to get through. Now Lal Mahal was such a place, okay, it was so well guarded that not even an ant can go inside, okay. It was made such a difficult passage that without the permission the ant also won't enter inside. 75,000 troops were camping outside the palace. No armed Maratha were allowed to enter the town. Now, Now, Shasta Khan, when he was staying at Lal Mahal, okay, he was having 75,000 of army, okay, 75,000 of people he took along with him to defeat Shivaji Maharaj, and all was surrounded at that place, and no Maratha Sardar was allowed to go inside that Lal Mahal palace, okay. It was strictly seen that no Maratha Sardar was allowed to come and meet Shasta Khan. But Shivaji had made up his mind, and there was none who could turn him away from his resolve. Now Shivaji Maharaj has already decided that one night I will go and I will kill this Shaista Khan. By hook or by crook I have to kill Shaista Khan. And nobody is there to touch me, and nobody is going to hold my hand. I will go and I will definitely kill the Shaista Khan. Shivaji fixed the date to carry out this plan. Now he wanted to make a particular plan. One night I have to go, so prior I have to make a plan. Okay, so he carried out to make a plan when to go and when to kill Shaista Khan. On the night of 5th April 1663, a marriage procession was passing along the street of Pune. Now, on the night of 5th April, one night he decided मुझे एक रात जाके शाइस्ते खान को मार डालना है. So he was eagerly waiting for that night to come, and the night was of 5th April 1663, where a marriage was taking place, okay, and marriage procession was passing, means हम लोग बोलते हैं ना बारात जा रही थी, okay. 5th April 1663 को वहाँ से पुणे के रास्ते से बारात जा रही थी, and it was very easy for Shivaji Maharaj to move out during that particular phase. There was music and fireworks accompanied the procession. Hundreds of people dressed in fine clothes were in the procession. जैसे बारात निकल रही थी, everywhere the music was taking place, okay, the firework was accompanied in the marriage was taking place. During that time Shivaji Maharaj entered the Lal Mahal palace, okay, during that time Shivaji Maharaj entered the Lal Mahal palace. Some were in palkis, others in minas, while many were on foot. Means some people were going in palkis, okay, some were going in minas, and some were going by walk. Shivaji was his band of trusted followers joined the procession to give the impression that they were the part of it. Now Shivaji Maharaj, what he decided, you have to follow. He told his people, okay, he told his followers to be the part of this wedding, to be the part of this marriage ceremony, and you march along with these people so that they will also come to know that they are the part of this marriage. After some time, the procession proceeded on its way, but Shivaji and his men moved away quietly in the direction of Lal Mahal. When the procession was taking place, means जब ये बारात निकल रही थी, शिवाजी महाराज and his followers was also the part of this procession. means शिवाजी महाराज और उसके जो followers थे वो ये बारात का part हो गए थे. But when the procession reached at its place, Shivaji Maharaj and his followers they quietly moved away from that procession. Shaista Khan was fast asleep it is hour, and during that time when Shivaji Maharaj and his followers reached Lal Mahal palace, he saw that Shaista Khan was quietly sleeping. Now next is Shaista Khan learns a lesson. Okay students, we will stop here. Okay, we will stop here because the time is almost up.